Greetings. Hello, Mr. Starling. Mrs. Starling. Miss Starling. Master Starling. Bye. Yeah. I wish those little red things would go away because they're crawling all over my book. And if I touch my book, I'll leave red marks. This is creepy. Clover mites. Yeah. Because it's dry around here, I think. I looked them up and they apparently like dry areas, and if you don't want them, make it wet. Well, we haven't had enough rain. So we have clover mites. Everywhere. But they don't do anything, right? They don't even itch. But they leave red marks if you squish them. Don't squish them. Yeah, well. Don't squish the red clover mites, okay? Even though they're everywhere. It's turned into a lovely day, which is why I'm out here. My sister-in-law has gone away. I'm reading my way through my stack of books because my iPad was at 14% when I picked it up. I find that annoying. It's, at a certain level when I go to sleep, because I read it before I go to bed every night, I go, that's not low enough for me to plug it in. But then I don't plug it in for the rest of the day, and then it's too low when I want to read it. Yeah. So I simply plugged it in and grabbed my books, my other books. So my other books. Okay, so where's my, hey, wait a minute. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, it's the, I started off reading, had I brought it along? I did, sorry. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. And it just was, I haven't read it in a long time, so it seemed odd enough to me to not go that way. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. I do read that. And then I have Waking Up from What You Do. I didn't feel like that either. So what I am reading right now is a book that I have actually bought. I told you about this. I bought this. This is my Mother's Day gift for my son. Yeah. And it's a Canada Reads CBC book, 2020 selection. Canada Reads Radicalized. Yes. So it's a collection of 3 short stories. Is it 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am currently on the second one. The first one was called Unauthorized Bread. And Cory Doctorow, he's Canadian, of course. That's why it's Canada Reads. No, it doesn't have to be Canadian to be on Canada Reads, but it's a Canadian book, and he's a Canadian author. The first one, Unauthorized Bread, was funny and cool. It's okay. It's okay. It was okay. I think his style of writing is it makes me, it's not my usual style of writing, but it is very Canadian. It makes me uncomfortable. Yes. It makes me uncomfortable. Get off my candy. Really? Get off my book. Get off my book. Yeah. Get off my candy. It makes me uncomfortable. So even though the first one, unauthorized bread, ended up being okay, it made me uncomfortable. It's people having enough trouble in life that I worry for them. And I don't like reading things like that. In the end, it turned out all right, so it's okay. But this one again, the next one, model minority. And it's making me uncomfortable. And I'm worrying about how the story is going to end. And, you know, it would be much easier to read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations or Waking Up to What You Do, because they don't make me uncomfortable. So I don't know why I'm not reading them. Well, I'm actually not reading Model Minority right now because it makes me uncomfortable. And uncomfortable gets put down. Sometimes uncomfortable gets put down for years. I can come back to a story, to a book, after many years and pick it up where I left off. If it makes me uncomfortable enough, that's what happens. Stop being windy. Come on. You're making me uncomfortable. I want to be warm, not uncomfortable. Really? Come on. Okay? Calm down. I don't want her flag to look like it's actually working. I want it to be drooping. Drooping flag, okay? Yeah, so what have I done today? I went to the vet's to pick up some cat food, and I went to the Buck to pick up my lottery tickets. I'm done for the week. Yes. And I think my sister-in-law is going away tomorrow. And she's away for today, but she's coming back tonight. And then she's going away for the weekend. So I have a peaceful weekend, and I hope it's sunny. I went for a long walk today, as you saw, which made me tired. But now I've rested, and I want to be able to relax at will without wind. I tried to get a hold of my ocular surgeon, but they're not very accessible right now. Basically, if you're not, about to go blind, they haven't got any time for you, which I find annoying. Meanwhile, if you've got possible skin cancer, they'll see you. Okay, fine. I guess that's serious, but I just have moles on my back, and they're not that serious. The doctor's not that worried about it, but I've got an appointment at the hospital, no problem. Okay, July something, I'll be there. Okay, so that's when I thought, okay, if that one's getting done, why not get the other one done? But obviously this is not as serious as the skin stuff on my back. Result of my misspent youth. lying out in the sun, soaking up the sun, which I obviously don't do anymore. Because if I were in the sun, I would be warmer. I could be reading Radicalized in the warmth, or I could be reading Waking Up to What You Do in the warmth. I could even be reading meditations in the warmth, rather than yelling at the breeze that's keeping me cooled off. But hey, whatever. I'm about to have fruit stations with no clover mites on it. Clover mites annoy me. I find them annoying. Talked to the tripods this morning. Okay, I talked to the tripod's mom this morning. They were in good form. Barely heard them. Was just lucky to... Okay, I heard them. I wasn't at the front of the house though, so I was lucky to hear them. Which way were they going? That way. Nothing but dark ones left. It was surprising. See, I didn't really. Have I squished it right now? Or did I just brush it? I didn't really know. I don't know what all these short stories are about. So it caught me off guard when the next one that I'm reading now is so spot on with what's going on in the world right now. Just a family group walking across. The other side of the street. Yes, so it's all about the injustices for a black man who was set upon by 4 police officers and by, well, I won't go into the story because of course you're going to read Cory Doctorow's Radicalized, just like I am. 4 stories. He is one of the great dramatizers of our immediate future. By turns pitiless and compassionate, the 4 tales that make up Radicalized are an essential look at our predicament and at the humanity that may redeem us yet. So there you go. Uncomfortable, but readable. Get off So now you're not a red thing, you're just an aphid. There's a red thing. Aphids eat the red things, I'll bet. I'll bet. Eat, eat. There are tons of them around here. But you know, what would make me feel better is reading the story that I'm reading on my iPad. These all are okay if uncomfortable making, fine making, but fun making is the book that's on my iPad. Now, that book's on my phone as well. I don't like reading it on my phone, well, because for one, it's smaller, and for another thing, I have to push them to sync. So if I start reading it on my phone, then my iPad won't sync up maybe right away correctly. Or if I do the other way around, it's annoying. So I generally don't read a book at the same time on my phone and my iPad. Probably because of the age difference, right? Phone brand new, iPad considerably older. Not a whole lot older. I did get it, a new one, when my first one ever was stolen. Oh, memories. Damn. Memories are just slowing me down. It's too funny though. Stephanie came over yesterday. I talked to Francesco the day before, or I emailed back and forth with Francesco. Today is Francesco's birthday, and what was the picture that popped up on Facebook as a memory today? Yeah, Stephanie, Francesco, and I at the church downtown, which I just passed. And that's one of those weird coincidences of life that just happened.